boy Jamel, Simplified Harry. I need everyone to check out my man Jay Calderon, Boxing Talk.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment, and we're about to get into this week's Boxing Talk. It was a big weekend of boxing for boxing fans. A lot of fights on hand. We're going to go off with the first fight of the evening on Fox Television Network. It was a premier boxing champions card with Danny Swift Garcia, former 2-division world champion from Puerto Rico representing Philly. And this fight right here against Adrian Granados was an action-packed fight. It was an excellent fight by Danny Garcia. We haven't seen him perform on this level in a long time, and we've never seen Adrian Granados get beat down the way he did in a fight, because this guy always comes to fight. He's an excellent warrior, a Mexican-American from Chicago, and he always brings a very good fight. He did it against Shawn Porter. He did it against Adrian Broner, but against Danny Garcia, he had no answers. It started off a very fast pace by Danny Garcia in the first round. He was letting those hands go, setting up them shots, and in the second round, he caught Granados with a beautiful left hook, that vaulted left hook that Danny Garcia possesses, dropped Adrian Granados, and he was hurt. He was in trouble. Danny Garcia jumped right on top of him and continued to wail away, hitting him with the overhand right that put him down for a second time in that second round. And Danny Garcia continued to control the pace of this fight, setting up the jab, going to the body with some beautiful body work, and just taking the fight out of Adrian Granados out. You know, Granados didn't have any answers. He didn't look strong enough for Danny Garcia. Garcia looked very strong. He looked in great shape, and he kept his composure, continued to break down Adrian Granados round after round. The referee started to look closely after he got dropped again with a right hand in the 5th round, and the corner looked like they were ready to stop the fight as well, because this guy was taking a serious beating in this fight. You know, Danny Garcia finished the show in the 7th round when he let off combinations to the body and head that the referee just said enough is enough. He stopped Adrian Granados, who was up against the ropes, getting battered. So this fight right here was a very good showing for Danny Garcia. You know, he says he's back. He's ready for the big fights. He wants the big names in the welterweight division. He's with PBC brand Al Heyman. He can have a rematch with Shawn Porter. He can have a rematch with Keith Thurman. A fight that he should be going after is the Errol Spence fight if he wants to prove that he is the best fighter in the welterweight division, because Errol Spence has that title. As of right now, a lot of people feel that he is the #1 welterweight at 147 pounds. So Danny Garcia, you know, of course, wants Manny Pacquiao. It's the big payday. And also you have Terence Crawford, who fought on the same night as well. So, you know, Danny Garcia has options. We have to wait and see who's his next big fight gonna be. I would like to see him against Terence Crawford. That's a fight that has been building up over the last couple of years, and it's a fight hopefully that Al Heyman and PBC could give to ESPN and Bob Arum to make a very big, attractive fight. While Errol Spence takes care of business with Shawn Porter, unifying the titles in the welterweight division, and also Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman about to make their announcement, why not have Danny Garcia versus Terence Crawford? I think that's a great tournament for the welterweight division. All the best players in the welterweight division at 147 pounds meet up with each other. And that's something that, you know, Al Heyman and Bob Arum could start working in. They could start with these fights right here. Danny Garcia is a big name for PBC. He's fought the other 2 welterweights in the division. Why not have him cross over? Because all of these fighters on PBC are free agents. They do not have a network contract. They do not have a promoter that they have a contract signed to. They all are under the Al Heyman PBC brand, and Al Heyman has a relationship and business with Showtime and Fox Network so that he could put all his fighters on those networks. But they're also able to go to any other network. They could go to DAZN. They could go to ESPN. They could fight on any of these networks to make these big fights happen. Will Al Heyman allow his big name fighters, not the second tier fighters, not the Luis Calazos, the Felix Diaz, the John Molinas to cross over and fight guys from the top ranked stable? You know, we need the big names to cross over. If they want Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to fight, it has to be big enough that they're going to put it on pay-per-view so that both networks can really make money and benefit from it. I think it's a great fight that can happen in Madison Square Garden. or at the Barclays Center. You know, they have to compromise somehow, some way to make these big fights. Terence Crawford, like I said, fought on the same night against Amir Khan on ESPN pay-per-view. We don't know what the numbers are in that fight. It was in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Yours truly, Jay Calderon, was there, and I was on hand to see Terence Crawford drop Amir Khan. Like we all know, he was going to drop Amir Khan in the first round. He looked very good, very sharp, started out very fast, and he wasted no time with Amir Khan. Khan started to box in the second round, putting in a better round, but I still didn't give the round to Amir Khan. Some judges gave Khan that second round, but I saw Amir Khan not winning any round. He was on survival mode. His legs looked wobbly in the fight. You know, he was showing the good, quick hand speed that he was able to catch Crawford with some good shots in that fight. But Crawford, you know, the master boxer that he is, showed that he could outbox a very good boxer in Amir Khan. He showed quick hand speed as well, and he was able to deal with Amir Khan's hand speed. He was able to control this fight with his boxing skills and show that he was the harder puncher in the fight, because every time he touched Amir Khan, Khan was all over the place. He was wobbled several times in this fight, and he just has terrible balance in there. This guy's balance is horrible. His defense is horrible. And Amir Khan, I've always been a very big fan of Amir Khan, a supporter of Amir Khan ever since he was fighting in England and then came over to the United States. Like I said, I like Amir Khan, but this fight right here was a very disappointment as a boxing fan to see Amir Khan go out the way he did. Yes, he got hit with a low blow, but he got hit on his leg. The video clearly showed that he was hit on the leg with the low blow shot, and Amir Khan had a full 5 minutes to recover. He was looking for a way out. He did not want to continue. My opinion was that he tried to get a disqualification because he did get hit, and I felt that he tried to get the DQ win and take the easy way out because he did not want to get knocked out by Terence Crawford, who was on fire. And it was the corner of Amir Khan in Virgil Hunter, his trainer, that made the decision call so that Amir Khan didn't make the call and say that he was the one that quit. He quit. He did not want to fight. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Amir Khan did not show heart in this fight right here, and I'm very disappointed in Amir Khan because he's always had tremendous heart. He's always went up against guys that were the best in boxing, guys like Marcos Maidana, Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson, Canelo Alvarez. You know, you got to give Amir Khan credit for those fights right there. But this fight right here cheated all boxing fans that paid for the pay-per-view, that bought tickets to go to the fight, and it was sad that Amir Khan decided to take this route and just quit in his corner and let his coach do the dirty work and say, place the blame on me, I made the call. This is basically the end of the road for Amir Khan. You know, he's been in boxing for quite some time. He's won world titles. He made a very good payday that night, making over $5 million, but he definitely did not earn it in this fight right here. And it's a disappointment that I don't see him getting any more big fights. But in boxing, you never know. He still has an affiliation with Al Heyman, and I'm pretty sure that his name is big enough, just like Adrian Broner's name is big enough. You even see somebody like Zab Judah still getting opportunities at the age of 40-something years old. I wouldn't put past Amir Khan getting another opportunity down the road, but I really don't believe he deserves an opportunity. I think he should hang it up because he's proving now in his last couple of fights that he is just not there anymore. He should hang it up just like his countrymen, James DeGale and George Groves did, because this guy just doesn't have it anymore. The hand speed is there, but everything else is falling apart, and he's going to get hurt very badly if he does not call it quits. It's time to go out and just say it was a great career. Now let's move on to the undercard of the night. It was a very good undercard. You know, first starting off with Felix Verdejo versus Brian Vasquez. This was a very tough fight for Felix Verdejo. You know, he didn't look all that great. His stamina definitely held up in this fight, thanks to Angel Memo Herrera, who's been working with him as his strength and conditioning coach. But this was a difficult fight. He was cut over the eye. Brian Vasquez was pressing him the whole entire fight, putting on some very good body work on Felix Verdejo. Verdejo showed a good jab. He boxed well at times. He was landing the harder punches throughout the fight, and he was getting some good shots off. You know, but I just felt that Vasquez was just doing better throughout the fight. And it was a close fight that I had it, way closer than what the judges' scorecards were. Some people felt that Vasquez won the fight. I believe that it was a draw. Could have been maybe 2-point victory for Felix Verdejo in a unanimous decision by the judges. It was definitely not a very good performance for Felix Verdejo. It was a tough fight, a difficult fight for him, and I still say that he needs a lot more work before he gets a title shot opportunity. As for Shakur Stevenson, the U.S. silver medalist in the Olympics, he came out looking very, very good. A dominant performance by Shakur Stevenson against Christopher Teofimo Lopez, who did not win not one round in my books. It was a shutout performance by Shakur Stevenson, who looked strong in there. He was very fast with his hand speed. He put on some very good body work in this fight, and he just controlled this fight from round 1 to round 10 in a dominant performance. My hat's off to Shakur Stevenson. A great win. Let's hope that he could take care of business and get his life together so he could be focused, because he has a bright future. This guy is a super talented fighter, and he's ready for that world title shot opportunity. I believe that he can go up against a guy like IBF featherweight champion Josh Warrington for a matchup in the near future, and I believe that he could beat a guy like Josh Warrington. That's a great opportunity. That's a bigger step up, and that's a great fight for Shakur Stevenson to get his world title shot. But we have to wait and see what Top Rank does for his next big fight, and I believe that this kid is definitely ready. Now, also on the card was Teofimo Lopez, a rising young sensation in the lightweight division of 135 pounds. This guy wasted no time. He went in there and did what he had to do against a tough two-time European champion in the lightweight division, and Elias Tatali. Tatali was trying to be that defensive fighter, using his jab, trying to stay away, that defensive style posture that makes it difficult to really watch. But Teofimo Lopez, this guy, he has the punching power, the speed, he has everything. He has charisma, is a class act. A lot of people feel that he's arrogant, that he likes to boast a lot, he likes to brag, but this guy has the goods, and he delivered that beautiful right-hand body shot that put Tatali down in the 5th round, and it was good night. Couldn't get up from that beautiful body shot, and Lopez racks up his 13th professional fight win, undefeated with 11 knockouts, and he says that the next step is a main event card on ESPN in July for a world title shot. They're looking to get Richard Comey, the IBF lightweight champion, to fight next, but it's up to Top Rank if they want to give that opportunity to Teofimo Lopez. And that's a great fight for him to get a world title and build up a fight perhaps in December against Vasily Lomachenko, because this kid right here has already stated in an interview that I was a part of at the press conference that he said that he can no longer make 135 pounds, that he has about 1, maybe 2 fights left to make 135 pounds before moving up to 140. And I asked him the question in that interview, when he moves up to 140 pounds, is he ready for WBC champion Jose Ramirez? Because I believe that is a great fight matchup. Both of them are under the Top Rank stable, and that's a fight that I would love to see Teofimo Lopez take against Jose Ramirez. But we have to wait and see how this kid's career is going to play out, because he is a future star in boxing. But that's my final recap on the fights that took place this past weekend. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to J. Calderon Boxing Talk on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, hit that bell icon. I got a couple of new exclusive interviews, and it's just the beginning to a bright future as a boxing reporter in this business. And I want to thank all my supporters out there that follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, all under the same name, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. You guys have really, truly supported me and watched my videos, share my videos, and like my videos, and even make comments. I interact with as many people as possible, for showing me the love and support that you guys have over the last 3 years that I've been doing this. But I like to just say, keep on watching, keep subscribing, keep on following, and just support the movement of J. Calderon Boxing Talk. I'm J. Calderon. Thanks for your support. Keep watching, and please subscribe.